And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, we just heard Silver Linings by Growing. Head to their YouTube page right now to watch to watch their video up for that single, and be sure to get a copy of the band's brand new album that was just released this past Friday, The Gauntlet. And the guys are on tour right now with our friends in Contra.
Which we just saw their tour come through Chicago this past Sunday at
Botter Brew.
Something German.
It was in the city. It was pretty cool.
It's a cool distillery.
They played in like the front of the distillery.
Yeah, it was awesome. And they played with Arabella and DeVille and Fool's Brew, and that whole show was fucking awesome. And it got out before 9 o'clock.
And I ate a lot of food.
And it was delicious food. Macaroni and bacon covered waffles.
It was really good.
And a buffalo chicken quesadilla.
And then I had a bratwurst, and it made my fart smell really bad.
That's not all that makes
your
sure
if that's delicious or disgusting.
It's like everything.
It was
Sounds
weird.
good, though.
It was weird,
It's
but it was
so good.
It was good. So then, and then the second song we heard was "Growing Up" off of Those Dirty Thieves' brand new album, The Divide, that was released on 4/20.
There's a lot of growing going on. Get it?
Growing Up by Those Dirty Thieves, and Silver Lining by Growing. Well, I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle sitting Don't touch me there. Only my mother can touch me there. And sitting next to me is Charles, a.k.a. Chuckles, a.k.a. Chaz, a.k.a. Chucky, a.k.a. Chicka Bow Wow.
Yeah.
AKA Quarter Junior.
Quarter Junior. Quarter Junior.
Is that a new hamburger on a menu?
The Quarter Junior. And tonight we have 1/4 member of Hot Dang. And a special guest. Oh, I got some. Hey, thanks. Why don't you guys go ahead and...
An empty glass.
Yeah, an empty glass. Hey, thanks. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
So I'm Holly from the band Hot Dang and also Into the Inferno. I'm here hanging out with Morgan and Luco tonight, who actually really, truly rock and support the scene. So I love being here.
And we love you.
So, but it's good times, good people. I got my buddy Vince with me, who's actually helping Hot Dang throw our new album together. So I'm really excited to have him here.
How's it going? My name is Vince. I've been a friend of Holly's for a couple of years now, and I'm just here meeting you fine people and finding out about this awesome podcast that sounds like the coolest thing to come to Chicago for a long time now.
See?
So I'm stoked about this. I didn't know that this was a thing.
Well, we are a thing.
Yeah.
Good to have you on our show.
No, this is amazing. Yeah, thank you for having me.
So we're going to take a quick trip back here in a time machine, Holly. Your first appearance on our show was August 6th of 2013.
Wow.
We were at the old Portage Park location. Then, rewind to April 21st of 2015. You came on the show with Vicious Attack.
Fast forward?
Fast forward
I
a
did.
couple of years.
Wow.
You joined us with Vicious Attack also at the old location. So you were back here May 8th, your third time.
Wait, it was a Vicious Attack / Hot Dang show?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess
They were
apparently.
promoting their show that they were
the
playing,
CD
Queens of Metal.
release. Yeah, we're the Queens of
Yeah,
Metal
so
too,
it was all of us in that hot sticky booth. So we have a special thing that we like to do for people that come on our show 3 times. And your band, being that they're not here, you can withhold this gift from them because obviously they're undeserving if they're not here. They're not here for their 3rd time. But
We
if
still
you
love
want
you
to be
guys.
nice, you can give it to them because we love them too. We miss them and wish they could be here. So really quickly, everyone close their eyes. And this is going to happen.
Just Holly really just needs to
And
close
remove
it.
an article.
Okay, all right. I was
Remove
like,
an article
all
of
right.
clothing. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Okay.
Put one finger up your nose.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta get the video
Just don't
ready.
give me like a dirty Sanchez
need
or
a-
something.
Get ready for your dirty Sanchez.
All right, Holly. Whenever you are ready, please open your eyes and look down.
Nothing.
Oh, that's awesome. This is so cool, dude. I'm totally keeping all these for myself.
That looks freaking sweet.
VIP passes. Hot dang style.
So those are.
Bitches.
Just walk around with 4 of them.
Dude, I'm just going to beat people with them.
Well, hot dang.
So yeah, we
Like,
want.
that's how you know I like you. I'll beat you.
We just want to say
Not in a
thanks
good
for
way either.
for coming on. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for coming on again and
Awesome.
again
Thank
after
you so
how
much.
goof.
She's also
hardy
been on with
we are.
the Chicago Metal Alliance quite a few times too.
Yeah.
I think we
So
gave
it's
you
like-
metal badges for that too.
So it's almost like you've been on like 5 or 6 or 8
She's
times.
been on like 7 or 8.
Because then you just randomly show up too and fucking hang out.
It's like,
so
hey guys,
Yeah.
what's going on?
See, that's
but
a thing.
officially hot dang.
Hot
been
dang.
3 times.
Has it really been that long since Queens of Metal?
It has.
It's been
Damn.
it's been a while.
It really
Yeah.
has.
Everybody keeps telling me I need to bring it back, but
Yeah,
it's
that'd
a
be
lot of
sweet.
work, man.
It is a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
work.
You know, and you gotta do that stuff right and take care of people.
Yeah.
and,
Oh, absolutely.
you know,
Hey, if you bring it back, where would it be?
that's another
That's
thing.
you
Yeah.
can't just
It's
put
like
her
it's
on the
so
spot
huge.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it was 13 bands.
No, Holly, right now.
Two
Yeah.
stages.
You're bringing it back right now. Where is it at?
Greg's mom's house.
Boom. Everyone gets the
and
ride
we
that Greg's
just
mom
went
trained.
there.
I love you, Greg.
I don't want to ride
I love
the
your mom.
Greg train mom thing.
The Greg mom train?
Please leave me out of that.
No, you
I'll
get
wait for
you
the
get
next
a ride.
ride.
You get a ride. Everyone gets
Hey,
a ride.
hey, Morgan, you must be this tall to ride.
I don't make that cut.
So give us a little back. What has Hot Dang been doing since the last time you were on?
So we've been writing. We have a couple shows planned that are coming up as well. We've got a show. Our next show coming up is actually going to be in Rockford with our buddies from Bare Knuckle Bullseye. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited about that. And then a show after that is going to be on the 27th. That's in Joliet at the Forge, which I'm really excited because I haven't played that as the Forge yet. So that's going to be kind of cool. So, and then the guys from Hemlock, it's actually their 20th anniversary tour.
Nice.
So we get to celebrate with them. I'm really stoked that we get to do that. And you know, I mean, everybody come out. They're a great band. It's going to be a killer lineup. I think they're still putting the finishing touches on that, but yeah, it's going to be really, really good. And then
Do you have to sell tickets for that?
I do. So if anybody needs a ticket to that show, definitely hit up Hot Dang, hit me up, or hit up any of my comrades in the band. And I will definitely take care of you and get you some discount tickets, which will be fabulous. It is on a Wednesday, though, I'm saying. But, you know, it'll be worth it. It'll actually be our last show for a very long time because we're going to take a little bit of a break because we're recording. And then after that, we are just going to break at least until the end of the year through to next year. So come out, join us, have fun, have a couple drinks, take the next day off work and party.
For some children births.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with Hot Dang for sure. It's good, and I'm really excited because we just secured some dates in the studio with Vince. So we're gonna lay down some drums at the beginning of June, and then work on the rest of the album. And I'm really excited to get my little screams out and have fun, and you know, tweak
Hell
it a little
yeah.
bit and just marinate in that shit.
Marinate.
It's gonna be fun.
How
it's
many
gonna be a
tracks-
lot of fun.
How many tracks are we looking to put on there?
5 or 6.
Okay.
Still in the up in the air a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna be an awesome E EP.
Nice.
Yeah, it's because we got a good fucking producer, man.
Now, Vince, where's your studio located?
My studio.
All the dirty. Give me all the dirty details.
You want
the
all of
deets.
them?
Yeah.
Huh?
All the
Make it
deets.
sexy.
Yeah, make it super sexy.
No, we actually we literally just moved into our new location in downtown Arlington Heights at like just south of 14 there, like just south of like the metro station, that whole area. I had a studio in Bensonville, like right by Irving Park in 83.
That's like
And-
right there.
Yeah, it's literally right here. And
He's
we
been hiding from us this whole time in the same neighborhood.
yeah, we were there for a few years, and it was a really cool spot. It was really big, but like wasn't sustainable. I ended up joining with a partner up north in Gurnee, and we were up there for most of last year. We just moved to our new location, Arlington Heights, and it's a beautiful spot. We just moved in like 3-4 weeks ago, and I'm getting everything set up. And I mean, you and the band, like
Yeah,
Holly and the band, came by and they saw it, and it's a
It looks really
pretty
nice.
decent place.
It's actually pretty cool
Shaping
because I
up.
got to see it when it was like bare bones, and then
Yeah,
I got to
when it was
go in when
empty.
everything was all set up, and I'm just like, wow. It's like putting the picture together, and it's just
Yeah.
gonna keep getting better. I
Yeah.
see it,
Oh my
you know?
gosh. Yeah. I mean, it's always changing, but it's a cool spot. It's a big live room there. It's meant to be comfortable. It's not really tight. It's bright, inviting.
And how can people contact you for recording needs?
Well, I mean, you can actually go to the website, www.swiftroadrecording.com, or you can go to, you can find us on Facebook. You can even add me on Facebook, Vincent Ippolito. I know it's a little bit hard to spell, maybe, but yeah, Swift Road Studios on Facebook, swiftroadrecording.com. And then all kinds of links there.
I'm going to do that right now.
I'll give you a
Okay.
card too if you like.
Ooh, please give us more so we can pass them out to people.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate
Nice.
that. But
And-
yeah,
How long have you been recording bands?
here. I have personally been a producer for I've been producing bands for about 14 years now. I've been recording and engineering for about 17 years though. And like I started in like live theater production and stuff, and I just kind of fell in love with it. But particularly, I've been doing it full time though for about 6 years now. The past six, maybe about 7 now, even about 7 years full time. Yeah.
Now, is it any particular type of music that you favor towards to record, or do you do everything across the board?
No, we actually really kind of do everything. Like really anything that's inspired. That's kind of our favorite thing to do is, people who are like real artists, like they love putting time into their music. Not so much people who are just trying to write music just to, get recognized, the single here and there. No, like we like taking on the big artistic projects. So really anything that's written with intention, we love to sink our teeth into, but we get all kinds of people who are just starting. And then I've got people who are like musicians for like 20, 30 years who come through the doors too. So like anything from like pop music, ambient music, avant-garde black metal, death metal, like modern progressive music, everything in between, math rock. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of varying work.
Keep you on your toes.
Oh yeah. Everything, every band is different, treated all different, no one sounds the same. So yeah.
And Holly, how did you find Vince to start with?
I actually through Chicago Metal Alliance, things like that, and just
Yeah.
mutual friends, And I would when he had the old studio, I'd go over there and just kind of hang out and BS and
Yeah.
hang out with Danya and just what was it the one day we were playing like catch and
Oh
do you
my
remember
gosh.
that?
Yeah.
What were you playing catch with?
Yeah, I think you guys were playing fetch
Oh,
with my
Fetch.
with my cat Gomez.
That's what it was. Yeah, we were playing fetch with your cat.
Nothing
Yeah,
like fetch with a kitty.
Oh my gosh, we
It was
because
amazing.
we had this big like 4,000 square foot studio before, and and we had a studio cat, and I mean, if he brought you a toy and put it at your feet, and you would just throw it as hard as you can all the way across the studio, he'll dash and get it, bring it right back to you. He'll do it for hours. It's like cat that
Nice.
plays fetch. He's,
Damn.
oh, it's amazing.
That's-
He was the best. He's the greatest.
That's awesome.
So he is still around, right?
Oh, yes, of
Studio
course.
Cat will be at the next spot.
Not at this spot. He got rehomed to my friend's place, but he is her world. So like that's all that I could ask for. So yeah.
I was just about to ask, how is he getting along with the new studio? Or how is he? But
I mean, we just opened, like last week was our first session, and I mean, think everything's getting planned out from here. So I'm just, people are starting to see the studio, come by to check it out. People are starting to make bookings and everything, and we're gonna get photographs soon. Actually, if you go to the website, we don't got new photographs up yet. It's that fresh, but soon, and then hope, I don't know. It's going great. We've had hosted a lot of jam sessions there too. We like to do that.
It's got a real good vibe too. I dig it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's going well so far, and I don't know, word's getting out that we're back in town, so it feels good. you know.
Sweet. And Holly, when are you booked in there? June, right?
Yeah, June.
Yeah.
We've got the beginning of June right now, and we're gonna kind of figure out the rest of the dates as we go. And
Yeah. It starts with drums.
yeah.
But
So we'll get the drums down, and then we'll go from there, and then do the guitar, the bass, and then the vocals.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, let's play some music to introduce everybody back to Hot Dang. We have an old demo going back from 2014, or we have Hot Dang. Which one?
Can you
wanna start
do Beast of Prey? I don't know if you have the names.
Beast of Prey. I
That's-
do
It's
indeed.
my favorite on that album.
Do indeedy.
So remind us again a little bit about Beast of Prey and what's it about.
So with Beast of Prey, it's kind of like, I don't know, like being chased by somebody and then kind of turning the tables and coming back at them and saying, you know, like I'm going to kill you instead of you killing me. It's like, you know, like the ultimate underdog story.
All
But yeah,
right.
no, it's good. It's like Disney worthy, yeah, for real.
Well, while you listen to Beast to Prey, go ahead and think about which Disney princess you would like to hear sing this song. Here we go.
We are Conniption, and I am Michael Brigham.
I'm Bill House.
Andy Martin.
Cody Juke.
And you're listening to The Metal Experience.
And we are back. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze.
Chuckles, a.k.a. Charlie, a.k.a. the chin that's magnificent, full of hair,
Ooh! Chaz. Don't forget Chaz and Chester.
a.k.a. Chaz, a.k.a. Chester the cheetah, a.k.a. whatever else we come up with tonight, that will be his name. And we are here with Holly from Hot Dang, and we are also here with Vince, a epic music producer.
From Swift
Dun,
Road
dun, dun.
Recordings.
We just heard a track by Hot Dang to introduce your ears once again to Hot Dang. That was Beast to Prey.
And you have to say it like that.
Hot Dang!
Because there's an exclamation point at the end.
Hot Dang! Down in the bayou! Hot Dang!
You're a goof.
See, I didn't know if it had like an inflection at
That
the end,
was
like
a-
hot dang,
that
you know,
was a
like
long
because it's got
time
the
ago.
Gotta put that redneck twist to it.
hot dang.
The twang. The twang.
Love it.
Hot dang!
How y'all doing tonight?
How y'all doing?
Now, Holly, why don't y'all just go ahead and talk a little bit more about yourself, huh, sweetie?
Is that Holly? Is that Holly or is that Dolly?
Dolly.
Well, down here in the South, however else
I
we
need
pronounce
bigger
it, Dolly,
hair.
Holly. Hey.
Bigger hair for Dolly.
Bigger hair. Yeah, you do. Some poof.
So, but yeah, no, I don't know. We kind of covered a lot of stuff before. You know, we were talking about the shows that we got coming up. We're talking about recording, which is amazing. Really, really excited for that. You know, I mean, just working out a lot of the newer songs that we're coming up with. I think I sent you one. I don't want to share it on the radio because it's not finalized yet. But I sent it to you. And you got it. So, and it was awesome. So we're
We
going in a lot heavier direction.
Whoa.
So I'm really happy about that. And it's just a lot of layers, and you know, I mean, just fun guitar tricks and double bassing and.
See, I'm
you know,
producing the
just
band.
like-
I don't even know this yet. We haven't started that process yet.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I'm getting excited hearing this.
He's learning what he's getting himself into.
This is gonna.
Yes. It's gonna be good. So I'm really, really excited. But yeah, no, it's actually our 6-year anniversary this year. We've been together, all original members, for 6 years as of the end of this month would be the first time we ever practiced together.
And
so.
snap.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited, which is something for a local band. You know, you don't see a whole lot with
And
all
all
original
original members?
Yeah, people
Going
who
6
aren't
years.
people who aren't in bands don't realize that like how hard it is to keep like five or six people
right.
locked in schedule like that.
Because
Like,
of life.
Oh my gosh.
Just
yeah.
life.
We've been doing this show going on 7, and for Luco and I to be doing this for 7 years sometimes seems impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
rough.
we definitely understand it.
We've had a lot of bands
It's
come
awesome.
on, and then we've had
It's amazing.
their side projects, and
Yeah.
then we've
We've
it's like
seen
their
them, and then
last
2 weeks
show or
later
something.
they're gone. It's like we've seen
Those have been weird ones.
Yeah, we've had some weird experiences.
2 weeks later, it's like they come on, like 2 weeks later they break up. It's like, okay.
But
We've met a lot of cool people over the years.
absolutely. So originally, when we first had you guys on,
And
you
lost
were
me bands.
calling yourselves Grease Monkey Rock.
Yeah.
Is that still what you would call your sound? Or
Yeah, I
is
would say so. I mean, that's the closest thing. I don't think we're really rock, and I don't think that we're, you know, like super heavy metal. You know, I mean, it's more like kind of groovy. It's got a little bit of, you know, like a blues riffs in it. We do like pretties and gritties and stuff too. I mean,
Pretties and gritties.
Yeah.
I like that.
and
Yeah,
then you got a
so-
little bit of grease on those gears.
yeah, and we got it's a little greasy. It's something that you listen to while you're fixing a car.
Yeah. one of them cars.
In Boston.
Yeah.
Boston. In
When
Boston.
you're getting pretty
without,
gritty.
without wrenches and gears.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, no, that's kind of like the general idea. And I mean, it's just like groovy, easy listening. I mean, maybe not for, you know, your grandma, but
Grandma, listen to Hot Dang
Yes.
now.
Hot dang.
do it now.
Do it now.
And Holly, you also have another band. Now, supposedly you've told me about this, and for some reason, I don't know why I
There
don't
may have been
remember this.
alcohol involved.
It's there had to have been. So
Possibly.
what's the other band you're in again?
So the other band that I'm in is called Into the Inferno, and we've been together actually longer than Hot Dang. We were together for about 1.5 years before Hot Dang was created. We played shows. We put out a little demo with 3 songs, and you know, we periodically get together and jam out, maybe like, you know, once a year. And for about the last year, we've been jamming pretty solid too. So I'm really excited about that. And same thing, all these guys, all original members. You know, from the beginning. It was actually, if it weren't for my guitarist in Inferno, I would not be doing music at all. He found me in a karaoke bar. I was singing, and he came up to me after I got to singing. And
What
he,
songs?
Actually, it was Santa Monica by Everclear. But he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, you got a good voice. Are you in a band?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. Like just moved back actually from Dubuque, Iowa. Didn't have a job yet. Just kind of trying to, find something fun
Just
to do that
hitting up
night."
the local
Yeah,
karaoke
exactly,
scene.
and just having fun with it. He hits me up and he's like, "You got a band?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Do you want to be in one?" And I said, "Sure. I got shit else going on." So and then we started jamming in my parents' garage.
God bless mom and dad.
Yeah, and so we did that, and then eventually we found a drummer who actually is he's a pretty amazing drummer as well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we hooked up with his cousin, Matt. So and then we actually had a full band, and we started jamming out, and we put the EP together, and Tim Lamping actually played us on one of his original shows when he was still on the Cat, which was pretty cool. We
Nice.
were on there, which was awesome. Yeah, and we played a bunch of shows all over Chicago, and then did that for about a year and a half, and kind of split up, just money reasons. Like guitarist had to sell his stuff to do things, but
live.
Yes, unfortunately to adults. And then we ended up kind of separating and doing all different projects. I found Hot Dang, and they found a number of different projects as well, and they all did amazing. We all supported each other throughout our different projects, and like I said, we'd get together and rock out like once a year, have a reunion show, and now we're putting out a full-length album this year,
Hey-o.
so that's really cool. We're doing
Nice.
that one through Gremlin Studios, so that's a lot of fun as well. So kind of tackling the two-band recording at once, and it's pretty exciting, I'm looking forward to it, and just it's two different sounds because Inferno is more like grungy alternative, and Hot Dang is more like harder hitting, hard like metal, Grease Monkey Rock. Yeah.
Grease Monkey Rock.
Grease Monkey Rock. But yeah, I like having that ability to kind of branch out and do things that are a little bit different, and use the range of my voice for different things, because I feel like I've got a lot going on here, so I got to kind of share it and, do a little bit of everything with it. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well,
So-
let's.
Real
Before
quick,
you-
what was the bar that you were doing karaoke in?
Oh God, it was some dive bar that was on. It was on Cicero and like 95th Street, and they changed it since then. It was right like maybe a block away from there, but right across the street from that place with the big ice cream cone. I don't know if you know where that is. Kind of right down the street from Christ Hospital, like 95th Street, Cicero, like over in that area. It was
If you're
it was a
looking to
dive
be-
bar.
Looking to be found.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, they don't do karaoke there anymore.
Ah.
They changed it around.
Well, hot dang. Let's go ahead and play
Nice.
a twofer. Let's play a track by Hot Dang, because we're here to promote both bands tonight, but Hot Dang was booked tonight. And then let's go into the Inferno song so we can compare each band to hear Holly's range.
And how are you doing vocals in both?
Yeah, I do vocals in both. The Inferno one was recorded a long time ago. It was back in 2011. So, like I said, it's when I was first starting out. So there's a little tweaks. I listen to it now and I'm like, but I'm like, I can make that so much better, which is why we're making an album. So that's pretty cool. And then, Hot Dang is a little bit more recent, but still, I feel like there's always room for improvement. You're your own worst critic, when it comes to things like that. So,
So
but
which
yeah.
Hot Dang track would you like to play?
You know what? Can we do something from nothing? It's a little
Absolutely.
bit slower, and I think it'll lead in pretty well to
And
the.
what Into the Inferno track did you have tonight?
Why don't you do To the City? It's a little bit.
To the City.
It's got a
All
little
right.
bit of energy.
Well, here we go. Compare Hot Dang and Into the Inferno. Right? Meow.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
We've assembled a collection of bands who have drummers.
I do magic.
Oh, it's easy if you try, Dick. Now sit back and listen.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, we be there with that girl Holly. You be listening to that Metal Experience show, and we just heard hot dang!
Coming live from
Something from nothing and into the inferno to the city. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, Charlie, Chuckles, Cheetah, Chester, something of another.
Chuckles Factory.
We're still here with Holly and Vince, the epic music producer. And we're going to talk some more music and fun stuff. Sweet. Here we go. So To the City, when you wrote that with Into the Inferno, that was one of the first tracks that you guys had recorded?
Yeah.
What is that song about?
Actually, it's about, because I moved a lot, like the few years before that, and I lived all over the place. I lived out in Dubuque, Iowa. I lived in Chicago. I lived out in Kentucky, and just kind of all of the moving back and forth.
The home of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, all that moving back and forth, it was kind of like
What are we waving at?
an homage.
Evans.
Yeah, an homage to that in ways, but it was also kind of like a whole I'm sick of moving. Like, there's this line in there that goes, but it's all right. Like, no, it's not all right. It's not all right.
And moving is stressful,
Yeah,
like it's a lot of shit to take
for
care
sure. But yeah, no, it's about just kind of exploring the world and trying to find where, like what is the best area. But there's always positives and negatives to each place that you are. In the city, it's awesome because you've got all this activity. There's so much room for activities. But
crime activities.
Yeah, but then you have crime, you have pollution and all that stuff, and you move out to the country and it's beautiful and it's so pretty, but there's nothing
gigantic
to fucking
bugs
do.
that eat your face.
Yeah, there's nothing to do. It's very, I guess kind of lonely. In a way, it's hard to find people to connect with, especially out in the middle of nowhere, and you've got to drive like fucking 50 miles to like see people, or do anything. So it's just kind of like a contrast between the two. But there are good things to each ones, and there are negatives to each as well. But yeah, it's a fucking pain in the ass.
You would just think with the technology we have nowadays that a teleportation device would have been invented. Come on.
I know, right? Fucking utilize those wormholes, bitches.
Jeez. Come on,
It's supposed
guys.
to have floating cars by now.
Floating cars and
Back to the
teleportation.
Dude, I just want somebody to bring me a beer.
Floating server trays.
Yeah,
something.
Well, it's about that time to chat with Chuckles.
Chat with Chuckles.
I like that. Chat with Chuckles.
I think that's what
Took
we
us
should.
long enough to come up with a segment.
That's what we
for.
should call that segment. Chat with Chuckles.
Call you Chatty Chuckles. That's another nickname, Chatty Chuckles.
That's perfect.
Chatty Chuckles.
I like it.
Chatty.
No, all we gotta do is get some really creepy sweeper with clown music in
I
it
got
to make
nothing.
for him. But for now, we've just created the segment. After almost a year of waiting,
Chatting.
this segment be deemed
Finally.
Chatting with Chuckles.
I like it. What do you
And now
got?
he's getting weird and winking at you. I cancel the segment Chatting with
Yeah.
Chuckles.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Getting creepy with clowns. No.
What do you got for us this week, Charles?
Got some.
Wait for it.
Got some tour newses and some vocal shows.
Vocal shows?
Vocal.
Just vocal. Give me the tour news.
No music, just vocal.
This Friday at Top Fuel Saloon, Voodoo Queen Management is putting on a show.
That's going to be a good one.
Who's playing?
Had Murder Machine from St. Louis, Endgame, and Imperious.
Endgame. We've had Endgame on.
We have.
Cool dudes. Rockin' ass music.
The show's at 7. This Saturday at Cairo, shows at 7. Saint Tragedy, 2nd season. Our Broken View, Wire Sky, and Clan Adam.
Clan Adam. Like ADAM, Adam.
Or Clam, CLAM, named Adam.
This is my clam. His name is Adam.
End of set.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Finn.
Scene.
Thursday, May 24th at Reggie's, Cannabis Corpse, Elbow Deep, Got Dementia, and Predator.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Sounds
wait.
like a killer show.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
My guess is
Predator?
that God Dementia and Predator are selling tickets. So please hit up your locals first before you buy them online.
If there's a band called Predator.
There is. They're local.
I got to look this up. Predator is my favorite movie of all time.
Same.
And we don't care. Continue.
Morgan?
Luca?
It's great.
This Saturday at Damien's Den. It's their first music fest. It starts
By the way, that's a guy's basement. Luco learned that.
It was a sweet basement,
Is it?
though. We partied hard down there.
You said hard.
Say it again.
So hard. Wait, how do I find Predator? It's just everything about the movie Predator.
I found it immediately.
What?
Predator band.
I finally
That's what we
found.
typed in.
Oh, band. Yeah, maybe put band at the end.
that would help.
Duh.
Local.
Duh.
Say
Hey,
it
there
hard
it is.
again.
There it is. They were so hard.
So hard, bro.
So hard, bro. What? I'm sorry, Charles. What did you get?
The show starts at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
On
It's a festival.
Oh.
Festival.
On
You
a
missed
which day?
that
It's a
part.
Festivus.
Come on, Luco.
For the rest of us.
Festival.
Happy Festivus.
Some of the bands that are playing is Lucid Empathy,
Like barely
Among
in
the
there.
Essence, Engage, Murder Machine.
Engage Murder Machine. Sounds like a Transformer movie.
Moida machine.
Was it a Moda and a Moida?
A Moida
Ooh.
Mada. Predator. All right. Checking out some Predator. Here we go.
You need a mustache and some funny glasses
All right.
doing that.
So,
Uh,
more bands?
Commie Crisis coming in town in a couple weeks.
Cool. Hell yeah.
May 31st, they're playing with Wednesday 13,
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Nightclub, Prison, and Death Valley High.
There's a band called Nightclub Prison.
Also Death Valley High.
That
Both of
sounds
those-
like a teeny
both
teen
of those-
show.
Both those sound pretty legit.
Friday, July 19th at the Forge. It's Friday. Consume the Divide is opening
Wow.
Band
for
fam.
Devil Driver.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Everybody must go.
Everybody must buy tickets off their local support because I know that the Forge has bands sell those tickets beforehand. That's pretty awesome.
So hit up Joe, Dan, or any other guys from Consume the Divide before it sells out.
Agreed.
I farted.
God damn it, Luca.
Sorry.
Also playing that show is Product of Hate, No Convention.
No conviction?
Conviction, sorry.
Product of Hate is pretty sweet.
Cold Bearded and Cold Bearded Killers.
Oh, I like
Cold
those guys.
Bearded Killers.
Is bearded
like it.
Beered?
And BEAR.
Bearded.
D.
My
E.
beard is so cold. Cold
That's clever.
Bearded Killers.
Or are the killers both cold and bearded?
Yeah. Are they
Could
cold?
be either one
For
there.
those
Yeah,
also
Wondering.
intrigued by this
Yeah.
name, that would make a great sports name.
Cold. They're cold killers, but they're bearded. Cold
That's what I
bearded
wonder. Well,
killers.
they might be. They may be.
For anybody that would ever murder me, please have a beard.
Murder or Moida?
Moida.
Murder, of course.
Murder.
That's all I got for shows.
Okay.
We get some awesome shows coming through, man.
I got one news.
One news.
One news.
Give me your one news.
Extra, extra. Hear all about it.
Last Thursday, Shine Now released their brand new album.
And I will be seeing them in Godsmack in July at Tinley Park. Tickets are still $20 online, limited time only.
Hey,
Are you going to be there, Charles?
hey, can you still buy tickets? I thought it was sold out already.
I don't know if they are. They might be. I got mine in pre-sale.
You know where I'm going to be that day?
Nowhere, because you're not cool enough to
there.
go.
Beating off or doing anything else.
You're lost, bruh.
Nah.
Brah.
Morgan's
Yeah.
like, you want to go see Godsmack? I'm like,
No,
fucking-
brah.
I'd rather punch my own testicles. No, actually, Godsmack's all right. Godsmack is all right. I really hate that song Voodoo, though, so they can
That was like 10 albums ago.
And that was like the lamest song ever. And that whole first album was pretty terrible. But then Awake was pretty decent. Morgan, don't make those goofy faces.
I like the first
you
album.
would. What else you got for us, Charles?
That's all I got.
All right, you got you got some music for us tonight?
Yep.
What are we playing?
Motionless in White.
This is your. Oh, you're wearing the shirt.
Yep.
And you've got the CD, and you're wearing the face paint.
Or am I?
Dun dun dun. What track are we playing tonight, guy?
We are playing Undead Ahead off their first album, Creatures.
Undead Ahead. All right, let's do
Killer
it.
album.
Rise,
And now, back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
What's going on? We just heard Undead Ahead by Motionless in White, hanging out here with Morgan, Danielle, Loco, Blaze.
Tickle fights. Tickle fights for everyone. Tickle fight. Tickle fight.
Are you going to keep interrupting me?
Yeah, sorry, go.
Halle.
Chatter, chatter.
And Vince.
Chucky.
And what did we
the
just
man.
hear? What did we just hear?
Charles, he has no idea.
He's got too much hair in his eyes. Seriously, with your hair like that, you either look like one of those glasses that people get that automatically has the nose and mustache attached to it, or you look like another member of Sesame Street. Like if Snuffleupagus had a cousin that was human, you might be his cousin.
What was his name? What would his name be?
The Chuckleuppagus. So we just heard a pick from you, Charlie. The Chuckleuppagus. What is that?
Chuckleuppagus.
I just heard Undead Ahead by Motionless in White.
Fuck yeah, brother man.
It's heavy as hell.
Well, we're still rocking out here. Fitz's lanes.
We are indeed.
Chucky's pulled his hair down. Things are getting weird. You kind of look like, what's his name? Dog, the bounty hunter. If Dog the bounty hunter wore glasses, you're Dog the bounty hunter right now. Anyone else see it? Maybe it's just my
I kind
angle.
of see it.
Like a skinny.
I'm not as
Yeah, right.
It's because of this poof right there.
He's got a poof.
You've got the poof.
I'm not as muscular as he is.
But with the
But just as handsome.
it's the poof that your headphones are giving you.
We need to bust the hairspray out. Bring back your 80s hair.
Hairspray won't do anything with my hair.
Yeah, right.
Dude, now when I get to
know
it,
the
tease
feeling,
the fuck
man.
out of that shit.
I'll sweat it out.
Oh,
You
nice.
have those 80s bangs. All the girls, you Colleen better watch out, man. All the girls are gonna come running.
Nice. Actually, Charles, when is the last time you got your hair cut? And would you allow Holly to cut your hair into
Oh God,
bangs?
I wouldn't do it.
had like all the way shaved.
Yes, Dog.
That was.
Oh shit, he's got to look on his phone.
I gotta do the math.
You gotta do
should come
math.
back to this.
We'll
Do
come
the-
we'll come
yeah.
back.
X over cosine.
Carry the Y. Jeez.
Fucking algebraic equations. and shit.
The last time my hair was really short was 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's
6
when
years.
we first
Me
met,
too.
dude. Right? Around when we first met.
That
little
was
bit after. 5 years ago. That's when you started growing out your hair, though. Your hair was short. It was like,
was that 2012 or was that 13?
I think it was 13.
So you've been
that
growing-
was 13.
Yeah.
This hair has been untrimmed since 2013, Dog.
I get like half-inch trims, and that's about it.
Well, Charlie, if people start hitting you up, it's because we just posted on Instagram for people to see and posted. Is Sesame Street hiring? We have a Chuckleuppagus. Hashtag
Oh, that's perfect.
that is real hair. Hashtag that's Charlie under there. Hashtag now that's a lot of hair. Hashtag whoa.
Whoa.
That's a lot of hashtags.
Hey, that's how you relate to the kids these days.
Millennials.
Hashtag. There's a person under there.
Hashtag where's Charlie?
Ooh, that's good. I need to add that. Once Luca gives my phone back, I'll edit that
What's
in.
Instagram? So,
What's
like,
Instagram?
you
It's
just,
pictures
like,
only.
Pictures only?
And now we're learning new social media skills. We're
Should I-
coming back to Holly and Vince, who are our guests
Should I
tonight.
get Instagram and just post
No.
pictures of me eating?
Hey.
No, your pictures suck. No one wants to see you.
What?
Anyway,
I'll
Holly
just post
and
pictures of me
Vince.
picking my nose.
I had some questions for Vince because we don't have too many producers coming here to ask questions to. So a
Shoot.
couple questions for you.
Of course.
What do you find most challenging when you're recording a band?
Man, I mean, it's such a it's such a crazy process when you're like producing a band, especially for the first time. Really like some people might say that the hardest thing is like when the band doesn't know what they're doing. They're not rehearsed. They come in there and like no one knows their parts. Like that's always what you hear from producers. But I don't know. You find ways to work through that stuff and you inspire confidence in the band. That comes down to good producer skills, because really, like, it's a very small minority of people who actually come into the studio well rehearsed. But for me, especially on a first time band, it's like getting to know people and knowing their limits, because it is kind of a game, like when you're behind the console and they're behind the mic, it's like you kind of, if they're having a hard time, you have to know. It's a lot of psychology. You have to know how to work with people, how to talk to people. You have to know how you can push people in a certain way to get what they really want to hear out of them, And so it's a really interesting game, of psychology between like producer and artist, engineer and artist, So I find that the most difficult because you don't really know people at first, So yeah, it's a really unique situation to see people in too, because you're really vulnerable. So
this is what I have.
We're getting emotional now.
That's a good answer. I like that.
What bands have you produced?
Every single one right now.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. Let's see here. Well, actually, as I was adding you guys on Facebook, I noticed how many mutual friends we have in common. I think like we both have like over 150 friends in common or something like that. So I've produced a local band called all local bands. I haven't really had anything that went huge yet. I said yet. Not I don't mean that like in like a. Anyway, now that I'm gonna make it big. No, like I produced Austaris, and also John Becker from Austaris, his project Vascula.
What happened to Austaris? They're not around anymore, are they not?
Well, Shane, Shane is he's got like a really intense job, and so without Shane, like it's not Austaris, and so like they played the one show that debuted the album after we finished it, and that was it.
They had one of the coolest album artworks I remember.
Oh, it was so
cool.
So
original that they came on, and it was like handmade,
and then had like a sleeve over the.
The old EP,
yeah. They came on when that had first came out, and we were like, "Whoa!"
You want to know something really funny, because Austaris, and those 3 songs that were on that.
Do.
Okay.
Yes.
I was the original drummer for that band.
Really?
And you didn't come on to be interviewed that night on our show?
So because I met all them because we all went to Elmhurst together right here. So I met them at Elmhurst, and I was the original drummer for that band. John and Shane kind of had those tunes like half written, and we kind of completed them in the original Swift Road Studios, my parents' basement, and then I couldn't do stuff, like my life started going a different direction, and I started doing other things, and then they found Adam, who was much more phenomenal drummer than I am, and then like but those 3 songs are still pretty much the same from like when we wrote them, like, and finished them in my basement, and I have old demos of all 3 songs of the 3 of us jamming live in my basement.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so when they came to me to do their full length that we did 2016, like I was freaking stoked. I was so excited, and so I produced Austaris and Vascula as well. I also played drums on the first Vascula demo. They're coming out with a new one now, a new full-length album, I believe. And Adam and John from Austaris are doing that full-time now, essentially. I've also produced a young band most recently called Where's Fernando. They're a bunch of DePaul kids. Like, they're like so nice and talented.
Are they
They're
looking
amazing.
for a Charlie? Because we have a Chucky.
Where's Charlie? Where's Fernando?
Where's Fernando? I like that name.
Yeah, no, they're really amazing. They're like, man, I don't even know how to describe them. It's kind of like if you took like early 90s alternative rock and kind of infused it with like a bit of indie, and then also like they're all music majors, so like they also infuse like jazz and like jazz and blues like into everything that they do too. A lot of live jams. It's a cool band. Also, I actually just finished producing an album that I just finished called Hierarchy for the band Panegyrist. And I wasn't originally supposed to play on it, but I ended up like picking up lead guitar on the band, just kind of while producing them. And so that actually that's been getting around lately. It's going to be coming out in May 18th. I just finished producing this other band called Super Kick. Their album is going to be coming out really soon. We just finished the mastering on that and everything.
Did they record all on skateboards?
They did not. They did not.
They recorded while doing roundhouse kicks repeatedly.
They recorded. They couldn't do the take until they kicked their leg over the microphone. No. Super Kick. Yeah.
Take one. Take two.
Yeah.
So your recording studio is like a boot camp.
You would think
You have
that
a question?
No,
you do not.
Boot camp.
You would think that it is, but because I do get a lot of people who are younger in the studio, because I don't know, I'm not afraid to work with younger musicians and stuff. I really like it. But also, I do get some people who are much more experienced. We had this David Bowie tribute that came through last year.
Nice.
They were called Almost Bowie. And we even did a music video. And we did the Gene Genie, which is super classic song. And that was an awesome time working with those guys. Those guys have all been playing for 20, 30 years and stuff. So I really kind of get a lot of everything. It's, I'm trying to think who else I can mention.
Not yet Prince.
Bowie.
Not yet Prince.
Almost Bowie. Not yet Prince.
You're on a roll tonight, Morgan.
I'm just happy to be here, guys.
Hell yeah. But yeah, also, I don't know if you guys know the band Evil Engine.
Yep.
I've worked with them a bit. They've got a new EP coming out that they're going to Dan over at Bomb Shelter Recordings for again, because he's amazing at what he does. But they just finished their Kickstarter, and they've got a few cover songs that people donated and got to request a cover.
Nice.
And so they're going to be recording all these cover tunes at my new studio too.
Nice.
So so that alongside their actual EP at the other studio, they're going to be coming out with a ton of new material
Fun
and stuff.
fact about them.
Yeah.
Christy was my old.
Chrissy
was one of my old managers at Hot Topic.
Oh,
when I
hell
was
yeah.
seasonal there, and she is also that one that everybody sees online of that bitchy waitress from Ed DeBevick's.
Yeah.
Because she's fucking awesome at her job before that place closed. Ed
Yeah.
DeBevick's? Was that Ed DeBevick's or was that?
Ed DeBevick's.
It was Ed
Yeah.
DeBevick's?
Yeah, she's awesome. That was a great video.
Those guys are
Yeah.
awesome people.
Oh,
Love
they
all
are.
of them.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
they're my roommates.
I know
Really?
her from
Yeah.
when she was in
That's
Dead
awesome.
Man's
I
Wake
had no
back in the
idea.
day.
I also played lead guitar in Dead Man's Wake.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You do everything.
Really?
I replaced Stu when Stu left, and then we couldn't really finalize things before they started doing Evil Engine, and so everything just kind of. But yeah,
Is
I
there
was.
anything you can't play?
I can't play the kazoo.
What about the didgeridoo?
But that's
Can you
so
play the
easy.
didgeridoo?
It's like doo doo.
I can play the
doo,
didgeridoo
doo.
actually. Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
play the didgeridoo.
Oh my god, hell
Yeah.
yeah! That's so much
Vince.
fun,
If
man.
I buy one this summer because Like a Storm sells them, would you teach me to play it?
I can.
Yes!
Yeah, I can
getting the
try anyway.
didgeridoo.
If you got
Guys
the
are
if you
gonna
got the
have
lip strength.
didgeridoo intermissions.
Okay.
A couple of years ago,
Yeah.
Dead Man's Wake played at a Battle of the Bands right here at Elmhurst College.
Nice. That was not me.
Charlie thought he had an epiphany just there.
So you weren't in the band then?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I never got to play a show with them because right when I joined the band, they were like, "We're getting ready to record, so we're gonna do the recording and then we're gonna play a bunch of shows." And then it just took a long time. I mean, half of the people in here know what bands are like. It's difficult to keep that energy going. Once it kind of slows down for a long time. So. But yeah. So I don't know. I record a lot of bands, and I'm not afraid to get down and dirty writing with them too.
Nice.
So do a lot of different stuff.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Well, we love
Nice.
local music, and
Oh,
Holly
yeah.
brought a ton of music that's hard to pin down everything to play tonight. So she's chosen a few tracks to feature tonight. of
Tuesday.
Friends that are friends of all of us, and
There were too many. Like,
there are too many.
Yeah.
And there's not enough time to
yeah.
play everything that we want to play
I love
ever.
You, I love you guys. If I missed you, it's nothing personal. We just had no time.
Not at all.
I'm
There's
sorry.
always more shows.
Yes.
Always more shows. So we've got a couple tracks to start some of the picks that Holly wants to hear tonight from around the local scene. What you got for us, girl?
So I got first two are Vicious Attack, and the next one after that would be Wicked D.
Well, hot
Love
dang.
those guys.
Let's check out these tracks.
Feel my breath on your neck to ride. not rock and roll.
You're goddamn right. This is the Metal Experience, and now back to Morgan and Luco.
All right, we are back in black. I'm Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. Sitting across from me is Holly from Hot Dang and Into the Inferno. Hey, got them both in there. And we just heard tracks from Vicious Attack, and we heard a track from Wicked Deception. Rocking out here always on Tuesdays at the Fitz's Lanes in Elmhurst. Feel free to stop on by, swing on through, grab a beer or two, grab some delicious food with us. And we're here Tuesdays from around 8 to 10, 8 to 11-ish, rocking out.
It's Taco Tuesdays.
It's Taco Tuesdays. Hell yeah. Well, Morgan, it's about that time.
It is about that time.
Why don't you set that shit up? Hoo, hoo.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found.
Only on the Metal Experience.
All right, this week and every week, always brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for all your recording needs. This week, this one's kind of crazy. We've got a band from, Morgan wrote on here, USA, UK, and Sweden. So they're from 3 different places. So Morgan gave me the names too, and I'm going to butcher the shit out of them. So let's do this. We've got Randy Kasiak from USA. He's the drummer/manager. We got Wojtek Wudek from UK, guitarist and composer. And Oscar Eskvoja from Sweden. He's doing vocals. Well, we've got the band is called Dark Rites. Nice. And the track is called Masochist. And you can check out the music video on the band's YouTube page. But let's do it. Dark Rites with the song Masochist.
What's up, everybody? This is Tom. This is Mike.
This is Greg.
This is John.
This is Dean.
We are Endgame.
And you are listening to The Metal Experience, the most fucking metal radio show on the dial.
All right, we are back. That again was Dark Rites from the UK, comma, USA, comma, and Sweden. And that song, Sweden. And that was the track Masochist. Check them out on the Facebooks. And then also check out their music video on the band's YouTube page. The band, again, Dark Rites. R-I-T-E-S.
That's right.
But that's a different right.
Duh.
That's R-I-G-H-T, Mogi.
Obviously.
All right. Well, take it away, Morgan.
Well, we are back once again with the Metal Experience with Hot Dang. Holly.
Oh, yeah.
1/4 of Hot Dang.
Into the Inferno and Hot Dang.
So the new album that's coming out, do you have a name idea for it?
Actually, we do not. We're undecided on that. We have to do artwork, name, everything else. We have names of songs. But we don't have a name of an album. So that's something we're going to kind of figure out once everything comes together and see what that kind of feeling is that we get from it, I guess. I mean, our last one was self-titled. That's easy. You know, your first one's always self-titled.
But
So
you can't do self-titled.
You can. Killswitch Engage did it.
That was also stupid, and I thought it was stupid.
Don't
do self-titled.
We were thinking about, though, dedicating the album to Greg's mom.
Oh, you should totally. Hot Dang, dedicated to Greg's mom.
Is it called?
That's what the name.
Hold on. Is it called Thinking of You on Top of Me?
No,
Maybe.
It's called Dedicated to Greg's Mom.
Oh, that's what it was going to be called.
That went over her head. Dedicated.
I was just thinking other titles to incorporate.
Can you put
Greg's mom.
so if you make the CD and everything and all the liners and inside, can you write in there, if you don't end up calling the CD Dedicated to Greg's Mom, can you put in under like personal thank yous, Holly?
Yeah.
Dedicated to Greg's mom.
Yeah,
My
I will.
performance on this whole CD is dedicated to Greg's mom.
Yes.
I love
and
it.
all of the whiskey. Greg's
Yeah.
mom and all of the whiskey.
That's a good way to incorporate Mother's Day into tonight's episode.
There you
Happening
go.
this Sunday, folks. Don't forget about your moms.
Yeah.
Don't forget about your mamas.
I'm a mother lover. You're a mother lover,
So,
too.
Holly, what are you doing for this Mother's Day?
Me, myself. Actually, my parents are out of town, so I don't know. I'm going to be hanging out.
But you're a
and
mom. What are people doing for you for Mother's Day?
I have, dude, whatever they want to do. I just kind of want to my plan is not to do anything.
Perfect.
It's like Father's Day. That's like the perfect Father's Day, too. Just
Grilling.
don't do
To
anything.
Holly's
It's my day. I don't want to
family,
do anything.
Please
I don't want
bring
to do
her
shit.
breakfast in bed.
Yes.
Bring her a nice book to read.
Yeah,
A
some-
blanket to cuddle with while watching sappy movies on the TV.
Well, not sappy movies, maybe some horror movies.
Some horror movies.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
Horror movies. And
Holly,
just lay low.
favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie. Jeez, that's hard.
That's what she said. That's what Greg's. That's what Greg's mom
You're
said.
making me moist.
That's what Greg's mom said.
I could sit here and take up the rest of your time just thinking about what my favorite horror movie is. 'Cause there are just so many.
Give me like just a list of a couple of your favorites.
Well,
If you can't think of
actually, it's
one
not
definitive.
a horror movie, but I have one of my favorite movies is actually the original Invisible Man. You know, the one that's black and white.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome because
I own that. I own the
you do?
shit out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they sit there and everything, nothing is CGI in that. So they
How'd they
have
do
to
it?
move everything
Yeah.
with magnets and strings and edit it out. Like, I mean, there's really is there post editing in that? I don't know how that worked back then.
And when he unraveled his face and stuff.
Yeah, it's like,
How'd
how
they
did they
do
do that? Like, holy shit. Like, dude.
Movie magic.
Exactly. That was when movie
I'm
magic was
pretty
really movie
sure
magic.
some of that is
It was
back in the
layering
day,
of the
it was
film on
the
top of
film.
each other.
They had to cut it in certain places, and when they did the reshoot, they had to splice it again where that would have been retaken to make it look
Morgan,
like it
don't
happened.
explain it to me. I just want it to be movie magic forever. Movie magic.
So, I mean, it's not a horror movie, but that is one of my favorite movies. I think that is
Invisible
pretty
Man,
fucking
I
awesome.
put that in the horror movie
It was in
genre.
the
It was in-
original
It was in the original
Monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
like
pretty true.
those original movies.
I
Those
do
are
too.
awesome.
I like the old classic movies.
Me too.
It's fun times.
The new ones
Oh, good.
suck.
That was a good one. And the original one too. I like his laugh. His laugh in that one's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Whenever he's like,
Yeah.
Morgan, I don't think you've seen it, but he's got a really creepy laugh that is pretty awesome in that movie. Every time he's like, no, he doesn't do it like that. I can't do it.
Either,
Watch
so
the
I'm not
original
even gonna try.
Invisible Man,
Yeah,
and you'll know the laugh.
Yes, it's fabulous.
So that's your favorite,
Yeah.
or one of them.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
We still got plenty of music that Holly brought with her that she wants to play. So a couple more tracks that you brought with you tonight that you wanted to
actually,
play.
I have two bands. One band is from Rockford. They're On My Six, and these guys fucking rock. And then Local Legends, What? So
What?
check them out. Give them a listen and fucking spread the word, guys.
Waiting for you, just to hear your words. Please come soothe me.
Hey everybody, this is Endostalgia at the Metal Experience, and our music will make you shit your pants.
All right, we are back, and that was our more local tunage. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze. The rest of our gang is gone for the evening, but we're still rocking out with Holly. Those were a couple more tracks that she brought to share with us. And who were those again?
On My Six and What?
What? Those
What,
were
what?
awesome. Great local picks. Holly, so far, we are 5 months into the year. What has been some of your favorite music releases so far?
Jeez, I'm always really bad at this, like putting me on the spot and shit. I suck at that. I'm really
Good
no
job,
good.
Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan. I feel like, I don't know.
Well, what have you been listening to lately?
You know what? I always listen to a lot of local music. That's really what I do. And I mean, honestly, like, I know that there are a lot of people in the scene that have been coming out with some newer things. I mean, I've really been into, what is it? Like On My Six, we actually did a show with them back the end of last year, and I've still been listening to their CD and checking that out. So that's good. I think they're going to be coming out with a new one, which is really great. Trying to think who else. There are so many people, and I know that Threatening the Order, they came out with something a little bit like once again last year, and that's been a constant in my my CD player. Been listening to those guys, and A Silent Truth. Those guys are great. Been checking them out, listening to them. I know that Venta Atmosphere, they just came out with some new stuff. I don't actually have a physical CD, but I've been listening to it online. That's pretty good. There's just so many people. It's so hard, and I feel bad because I'm like gonna forget something or leave somebody out. So if I do, like, I'm really, really sorry. But yeah, no, and even Genotype, they just came out with some new stuff, and like a lot of those bands from Rockford, they've just got that solidarity, that community, which is great. I mean, I love it out there, and I'm really excited to be playing a show out there too. It's actually going to be our first time in Rockford ever as Hot Dang, so that's going to be really, really cool. Once again, that is on the
give us the list of all of them.
Yeah, May 25th. And we're playing once again with Bare Knuckle Bullseye. And that's going to be a really, really great show. Super stoked for that one. And then also super stoked for that show on June 27th with Hemlock. That one's at the Forge in Joliet. That's going to be great. And I'm also playing with my other band, Into the Inferno. We're going to be playing the Forge as well. And that's going to be for Oblivion Zero CD release. So looking forward to that. It's going to be really good. But I've just been kind of focusing on my own music and, recording 2 bands in a studio and living the dream, man. Like this is good. Life is good.
La vida loca.
Dude.
Living la
Awesome.
vida loca.
Well, more music still to come from Holly and her picks.
Yeah, next 2 bands, Air Raid and Threatening the Order.
I cannot stand this any longer. As I sit here on the job, nothing happens and my pain is growing. I begin to cry. Eventually I weep. But my tears, they smell funny. Tears stream down my face. But these tears are brown and red. And crying tears of shit. And crying
I'm Meredith.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm John. And we are Victims. And you're listening to The Metal Experience. Check out our full-length album, Volume 2, Inside the Mind, available everywhere.
All right, we just heard some air raid and some threatening the order. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. Sitting across from me, Holly. From Hot Dang and Into the Inferno.
Giggity.
And we're rocking out still. Rocking out. Drinking our water beverages.
Oh,
gotta sober up. Drive safe home, kids.
Drive safe.
So there's a ton of music that we were talking about on our break, and when life gets chaotic and you can't attend shows, it doesn't mean that you can't still support the scene. You can pick up CDs, you can buy shirts, you can go online and check music out digitally. However you want to do it, you can still show some love for your bands that are around your local area. Don't forget about them. And just know that we're watching you.
We're
all
watching
the time.
All the time. What kind of merchandise does Hot Dang have available?
Basically, it's like same old CDs and T-shirts. We go old school.
CDs and T-shirts.
You know, it's like bare bones, and give people what they want. Honestly, it's the music and then the T-shirts, and then we just had some hoodies, but those were pre-ordered. So I think we may do that again. Not quite sure, but we will find a way.
Now, for the new album, do you plan on making physical copies to hand out for this one?
I think we're going to make a limited edition amount, like maybe like 100,
And
200,
cassette
something like
tapes?
that. No,
Old
not
school?
No, not cassette tapes. So we'll do that, and maybe, we'll see a couple of download cards or something. It depends on, just getting that music into the hands of people is really what matters, So we'll make a couple printed editions, and maybe there'll be limited editions, and who knows?
That would be cool.
We could throw it out on
Hand
vinyl. That would be
number
awesome.
them.
I would love to hear my music on vinyl. That would be amazing. So, and I don't know, hear Timmy's guitar, and
Guitar.
Tony's drums, and Nasty Nate's bass, and just
Nasty
like
Nate's bass.
Yeah.
Bum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum.
Oh, it'd be so fucking classic. It'd be amazing. So, but yeah, no, it'd be a good time. So, I don't know, just like take it one step at a time, and
Just, it'd be a good time like Greg's mom.
All right. Own that.
All
love.
right. Greg, you son of a bitch.
Greg, we love you. And I love your mom, too.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do, Holly.
I heard Greg's mom likes a couple of these tracks coming up that you brought with as well.
Oh, is that Atlanta is Burning and Vent to Atmosphere?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think she wants to hear them.
She
wants to hear them?
She told me one time.
She told you one time? Well, let's play a couple more local lovely tracks. Here we go.
Time they say, until this world becomes a present. I can lead the way. Just passing loose in the fields. Fading fame is beyond the fire. The avenue is down the hill. Don't take a street called named Desire. The tracks lead through the flames. Ran a car down. She was laughing all day. Just a pretty face, a dress, a smile. So save yourself. Why don't you run? Atlanta's burning down. So why don't you run?
This is Justin.
This is Dustin
Austin's J&D,
of the So-Called Saints.
or so-called Sense,
Tell your boys.
or Smile Your Boys.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
Boom.
All right, we are back. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, still hanging with Holly from Into the Inferno and Hot Dang, of course.
Morgan, what did we just hear?
We just heard some music by Atlanta's Burning and Vent to Atmosphere.
All right,
Thanks,
all right,
Greg's
all right.
mom, for approving those songs.
Greg's mom is approved.
So we are running out of
approval.
time for the night, so I do have a few announcements.
Couple, two, three.
Just to go over.
What you got?
This coming Saturday, we are going to
Saturday.
be at Reggie's.
Reggae's.
Our friends in Sons of Ra are going to be playing with IDO and
Say it. Say it.
Tattoo Logic.
Ah.
Tattoo Logic. And that
Tattoo
is
Logic?
Tattoo Logic, I think so. And that is happening
Wait,
at the
how
Music
is it
Joint.
spelled?
TAUTO Logic.
I don't know.
And that is 8 p.m. and 21 and up, May 12th. Eric was on the show last weekend. Thank you. Last week. Thank you again for him coming out and being a guest host. And this is what he said was going to be Sons of Ra's show before they go into recording again, and they're taking a break from playing shows. So be sure to catch them this coming Saturday. Also happening, don't forget, June 16th, Wookfest at Reggie's. There's a ton of awesome bands playing, such as Speed Freak, Armored Assault, What, Jungle Rat, Skink, and more. So be sure to come out, and it's a $15 donation. Doors are at 6, and it starts at 7, and it's a 17 and up show. Hemi has a brand new announcement for a movie that they're going to be featured in. Fire in the Sky is being licensed for an upcoming feature film called The Fixer by Ravens Film. More details coming next week, because Hemi will be joining us once again. So be sure to come
Next
out.
week?
Yep, next week. Fitz Spirit Keys in Elmhurst, and hang out with us in Hemi. Hemi's been on quite a few times as well, so we can't wait to have them back. Like we announced earlier in the show, we were at a show this past weekend with Contra and Growing, and DeVille, Fool's Brew, and Arabella opened for them. Arabella just announced that they are in partnership with Defiled Management. Congratulations to them, and hoping that they get more endorsements and more exposure from that. Our friends in Through and Through are going on a little... Oh, no, this isn't a tour. This is a show. That's my bad. June 1st, it's the Summer Hardcore Fun at the Galaxy 2.0. They're going to be playing with Clear Focus from Buffalo, New York, Decline on New Age Records, and Nahalis Underground, which is a Chicago punk metal ska band. Through and Through. Check them out. Also going on next Friday, the 18th, Fool's Brew is playing at Livewire Lounge with Speaking with Ghosts, Layden, and Bury Your Past. So that's $10, 21 and up. Make sure you make it out for that. They're good guys, and they played an awesome set on Sunday, so I know that you won't be disappointed. And then another awesome announcement from our friends in Tanzan, that they just announced that they are in partnership with New Industry. They said they have a new contest that they're going to be releasing in a couple months, and they cannot wait to share it with everyone. So stay tuned to their Facebook page. Just in, Weed B is making a rare weekday performance down at a newly christened North End pub in Indiana with Torn the Fuck Apart. And that is happening May 22nd in Lafayette, Indiana. The Most of Me has a brand new single called Cliffhanger off of an upcoming album available for free right now on Bandcamp. Check that out, The Most of Me on Bandcamp. They are also coming back on our show upcoming. Wait for it. I'll get the date for you.
I'm waiting.
Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
Wait for it.
I'm waiting. Tell me when it is. I can't wait any longer.
Oh, Jesus. They are coming on our show upcoming here on July 3rd. So be sure to come out to Fitz Spirit Keys for that. A couple endorsement announcements for Scorpion King Percussions. Cody Ken from Orinoco just got endorsed by them, and they just played a show with Nile and Soulfly this past week.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. So like I said, be sure to check out the Facebook page for more updates. We're doing this week a Meet the Team reminder, so you get to read the profiles of all of our team members this week, including our new writer, Cole Space. Yes, that's his real name. He's got a ton of stuff going to be put on the website within the next week. He's done a couple more reviews, and I also have an interview going up from Fallen from Skies that just got back to me from Mexico. That's going to be going up this week. So ton of stuff to be watching on the metalexperience.com for you to check out and read on our blog, both reviews from the Crypt and the Let's Chat Q&A sessions. And then Jenny Holland has her profile up right now for the Meet the Team Member of the Day for today. And there'll be more in the coming week for more of our team. So be sure to come back to Fits Spirit Keys next week. Hemi will be on with us. I think it's their 4th or 5th time this time with it. So we're looking very, very forward to that, talking some wrestling and some updated news on their music. And Avalon will be playing the new music off of that. So once again, Holly, where can everybody find everything that is Hot Dang and Into the Inferno?
All right, so you can find Hot Dang at www.hotdangchicago.com. Or you can go to our Facebook where if you just, Google Hot Dang Chicago, it'll pull up, which is great.
Hot dang.
Yeah. Hot dang.
Hot Dang.
Do you need to put the exclamation point in there?
No.
Okay.
It's Hot Dang Chicago.
It's all one
user
word
on Facebook.
Yes. And then as for Into the Inferno, you can just do it's IN and then number 2, the Inferno, and you type that in and it'll pop up. You can find us on basically Facebook, and then we've got a YouTube as well where you can pull up our YouTube information and check that out. We'll have some more and updated news on our Facebook. Just kind of let you guys know what's going on with recording, because we are laying down a full album with that. So that's going to be really good. As soon as that comes out, we'll make sure to share. You guys can always, I can always keep you posted if you check out my page, Instagram. I'm at Holly War Brigade as well. I like to share my band news there too. So, lots of fun places to keep in touch.
And also on the Metal Experience Facebook page, Holly brought with her tonight some pictures that I haven't seen until tonight.
Oh my
That
God.
a year and a half ago, we did a photo shoot with Fabian of Vicious Attack for a Chicago Metal Alliance calendar that was never made. So I'm going to find the best of the best pictures, maybe some funny ones, just to throw up there. They're unedited, but they're still pretty badass.
You can crop them a little bit.
I'll crop them just a little bit, but Holly and I did a really fun photo shoot together, and I want to be able to share that awesome time that we had together.
It was
for
Ash and
Danger
Danger
Girl.
Girl. Yeah, it was based off of a
horror
comic.
theme.
Yeah, it was a
It was
comic.
pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. So it's sad that it never got made, but the pictures live on now.
Yeah, they do.
And now I can scrapbook them.
They live on forever.
Yes.
So going out tonight, we have a track from Holly, but real quick.
Also check out the bands that opened up the show, the Growing and Those Dirty Thieves, and the unsigned band pick of the week. That hey, look what I found as Dark Rites from USA, UK, and Sweden.
Boom.
They're from all over the place. Dark
Holly,
Rites.
what's the track that you want to end the night with? Who's that by?
It's actually by Sinister Fate. So these guys are amazing. I love them, and they're awesome. Sending out fucking just nothing but awesome thoughts and mad love and all of the metal love to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, check out Hot Dang and Into the Inferno on Facebook. We'll see you next week with Hemi.
Hey-o.
Good night.